Okay, yes, we are going to talk about Black Friday plugins. All right, so this is probably going to be my last full-length video for 2025. I can't believe it's almost 2026, but what I like to do, what I've started doing the past 2 years, I think it's been about 2 years, is I have used December when it comes to YouTube to catch up and reorganize and kind of recalibrate for the year. So I'm going to do that again this year. So I probably will not have any more full-length videos for the year. So with that said, if you want to nerd out more during December, please feel free to join my Patreon. It's patreon.com/CatoNoise. And often what we do in December is we might have something like a Zoom or a live stream that's Patreon patrons only. And we do something like we build a beat or we talk about stuff or we nerd out about Pro Tools or whatever we feel like doing. We kind of just tend to do that is what I have done the past couple of years. So there might be some kind of a Zoom meeting or a few Zoom meetings and maybe a live stream, kind of informal, hang out, nerd out, be nerds together, right? So that's kind of what I am planning on doing, what I've done in the past during December. And we also have the book club on the Patreon, so you can nerd out with us there. That will be continuing through December. That's on the Discord channel, and we will continue to be on the Discord channel for December as well. So again, if you want to nerd out more in December, check out my Patreon. It's patreon.com/CatoNoise. And hey, another way that we can stay connected in December is if you don't want to deal with any of this stuff, you'd rather hire an audio engineer producer like myself, you can visit my website. So it's catonoise.com and hit the Get Started button. It'll ask you a few questions about your music and then take you to a calendar where you can book a call with me. And it's just going to be a one-on-one Zoom call. We can chat about your music, no strings attached, no obligation involved. And it's just to see if we're a good fit, if we might want to work together. So please feel free to do that if you want. All right, so now that the end of the year housekeeping is done, let's talk about plugins. All right, so I just want to start this by saying I have not been buying plugins lately. It's been a number of years where I don't buy plugins very often. And that, to be perfectly honest, is mostly because plugins tend to be sent to me. So it's very rare that I will actually buy a plugin or consider buying a plugin or be searching for a plugin, trying to find a plugin, right? So the plugins that I'm going to feature today, some of them I have bought, some were gifted to me, but they're the plugins that I really want to feature. When I think about the plugins that I'm excited about that I've gotten recently, these are the ones that I'm really pumped to share. So this is my list. And basically what I've done is I've prepped this track with all the plugins that I want to talk about today. And I'll kind of just go down the list. I'm not going to go into each plugin in detail. Just let me know in the comments below if you want to deep dive on any of these plugins specifically, and I'll put it on my list for full-length videos in the new year. So the first two plugins that I've gotten recently are from Plugin Alliance, and they're the BX console plugins, the SSL 4000E, and then I also got the SSL 9000J. So these are examples of plugins that I actually added to cart, put my credit card in, paid good money for, and I was really excited to get these. I actually have been planning on getting these for years, and I've just been procrastinating it. And, for a while I was thinking of going with a different SSL emulation. I ended up going with this one for various reasons, primarily because I have a private lesson student that is using these specific ones. So I was like, sure, I'll do that one. Let's go for it. So anyway, these plugins are great. They're emulating SSL consoles. So if you're like me and you came up working in big commercial studios that had SSL consoles, a lot of the tricks that we learn when we're working in those big studios has to do with these consoles, right? So it's great to have a version that I can open up as a plugin in my own studio and do some of those similar tricks. So I'm really excited about this. I've been really happy with them. I've been using them a good amount already, and I just got them, I think, like last week. So I'm excited about these. And Plugin Alliance might be doing a Black Friday sale, so I would put these on your list to check it out this week if you can. And so the next few plugins that I'm really excited about are actually the Oak Sound plugins. It's OEK. I could be saying that wrong. Let me know if I am in the comments below. But it's the Bloom, Soothe, and Spiff plugins. And you've probably heard of Soothe. That's the one that's been super popular, that blew them up. And basically these plugins tend to be smarter and more adaptive and dynamic with how they do things. And so in some ways, these plugins are kind of the opposite of something like the BX console plugins, right? Because what they're doing is they're doing a lot under the hood automatically, whereas with the console, things tend to have a parameter to control. There's a little more control going on here. So oftentimes I tend to gear towards this type of plugin where it's like, oh, I want to change this one parameter. Go find the parameter, make the change. But these are kind of like good for when you want to do a quick polish on whatever you're working on. And basically you want it to behave intelligently, right? So Bloom is an adaptive tone shaper. I would use it kind of similarly to how you might use like a dynamic EQ or multiband compressor to kind of control things based on different frequency bands. So that's what I've used it for so far. And I obviously have to dig into it more because I've only had it for a couple days. So now Soothe is their plugin that identifies resonances and then reduces them automatically. So it's an intelligent way to reduce harshness and reduce resonances in instruments that you might not want. So that's what I've been using it for. And then Spiff is dealing with transient. So it's giving you more transient control over your sound. So those are the Oak Sound plugins. I'm really excited to have these. I'm pumped to use them in future mixes, and I believe they're having a 30% off sale for Black Friday. I think this video will be releasing the day before Thanksgiving, so if you're seeing this when this video has just released, go check out their website. I'll put a link in the description below for all these plugins, and you can see if they're on sale still. And again, this is not a sponsored video. They did not pay me to make this video. I'm just sharing what I know. So this next plugin is the Pixel Cat plugin by Safari Pedals, and it's a bit crusher plugin. I'm super pumped about this one. The cat's so cute too, by the way. This plugin I'm excited about, and I believe they are also having a sale for Black Friday. And as of filming this video, this plugin came out like 2 days ago, so it's a brand new one to check out. If you have the other Safari Pedals plugins and you like it, I would definitely check this one out. So it just released a couple days ago. When this video comes out, that's like a week and a couple days ago, right? And I believe it's going to be $4.99 for Black Friday for bundle owners, and then $9.99 for everyone else. It's $9.99, by the way, so it's not a lot. I would check it out if you like the other Safari Pedals plugins like I do. And then the other one that's kind of new that I'm pumped about is the Mastering Console by Safari Pedals. So this one came out a little while ago, but it's still kind of, I think it's relatively new. I'm trying to remember when it came out, but I don't really remember. But this one is a great Mastering Console plugin. And again, if you like the Safari Pedals plugins, I would check this one out if you don't have it yet. And I believe it's on sale right now. So I just looked before filming this, and I think it's $79 and it's normally $179. So I would check that out. And you know, I believe they also recently instituted an all access pass for Safari Pedals. So if you want to do that for a little bit, try it out, see which plugins that you like, and then make your decisions. That's a great way to go. I've done that in the past for things where I did the subscription model that gives you access to everything, and then you kind of decide what you want and like get your collection together and then go buy those plugins instead. That's way that you can do things. That's what I've done to be kind of strategic about it. And I believe right now, if you do the all access pass, it's $8 a month if you do the annual plan. And then if you do the monthly plan, you get a free month, and then it becomes $10 a month after that. All right. And so to round out my list, I have a plugin that's actually more of a utilitarian plugin, and that is the Big Talk button. And so this one right now, it's only $39 to purchase this plugin. And basically what it does is it allows you to have a console style talkback functionality within your DAW. So this plugin is great to have in your arsenal, even if you have full talkback functionality like I have in my studio, because sometimes you might be traveling and this is really useful to get the functionality you want while traveling. And you know, other side of that same coin, it's good if you are touring and you want to be able to work on music, work on recordings while you're on the road. This will help you get the functionality that you like in the studio. And honestly, it's also good for those of us that don't have massive setups, right? A lot of us don't have full console style talkback functionality, and this will allow you to have that just within your DAW. So I would check it out. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you all have a good, safe holiday season, and I'll see you in the next full-length video in the new year. As always, if you want to help my channel out, please do all the stuff that people on YouTube love, like, comment, subscribe, share the videos. I would really appreciate it. If you don't want to deal with all the audio engineering, music production nonsense, and you'd rather just hire a professional, please check out my website. It's katanoise.com. There's a Get Started button on there. Hit the button. It'll ask you a few questions about your music and then take you to a calendar where you can book a Zoom call with me. Have a chat with me. It's a no obligation chat to talk about your music, see if we're a good fit, see if we might want to work together. I also do offer production lessons, so feel free to use that system to hit me up for that too. And of course, check out the Patreon. It's patreon.com/katanoise. There's additional content from my Patreon patrons. There's a Discord server we're hanging out on. We're doing the book club on the Discord server. It's been a ton of fun. They get videos as I create them, so they're early release videos as well. And I come out with new videos every Wednesday, except for next month, which is December 2025. I will be chilling. I will be catching up and reorganizing during that month, and I'll be hanging out with my Patreon patrons in Zoom and Discord and stuff like that. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the new year. Okay. Yo, is this still green? Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this. Okay, so this went green. I went to record with this and it went green and it's been sitting here the whole time I've been filming. I don't know how long I've been filming for, maybe like 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. And it's just been, it's dead. Did I kill it? It's like frozen on the time too. Oh my gosh, I think it might finally be dead. Look at that. Good thing I figured out this alternative. I was just going to film with the GoPro and then I was like, oh, I'll do the screen capper. And then I didn't want to change the OBS settings. So I just left it as is. And I was like, oh, I'll have 2 versions of video and I can like look at the GoPro. And then the GoPro froze and I was like, well, I'll just keep going. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. I should get a better camera because this, I liked how it looked better than the screen cap, but I'm trying to sort it all out. So we'll see what happens in the new year. Okay. I hope you're all doing well. Bye.